time to earn your money, boys. That's the clear message government minders and PIRSA have put on RecFish SA. It's election time, and once again, RecFish SA is up to its armpits in it. It has launched through change.org a petition calling for commercial nets to be banned in Gulf St Vincent. However, and here's the real kick in the guts for recreational fishers, the people they're supposed to represent. They have not publicised it, not even on their own Facebook page or website. There's been no press release, zilch. You have to ask, why not? Are they hoping they won't get many signatures so they can come out and say the ban on netting is not supported by recreational anglers? Wait on, put the bloody brakes on. Rec fishers have been calling for commercial nets to be banned in Gulf St Vincent and Spencer Gulf for more than 10 years, but there's been no action. This latest poll by RecFish SA, on advice from the Chief Controller, follows closely on the heels of the Advertiser public poll, which drew 3,539 votes, with more than 3,100 saying ban the nets. That's over 90%. If that's not conclusive evidence, what is? But this is not the outcome wanted by government minders or PIRSA, because it upsets the commercial apple cart, and more than likely has a direct relationship to the size of donations that will come in from the commercial sector for this latest election for Labor. Remember last time with the marine parks fiasco, when it was discovered that RecFish SA was paid $125,000 to sell the positive aspects of the controversial marine parks to anglers? Remember that? They had to eventually return the money, but the marine parks still got up with the help of the Hawaiian pizza independent Jeff Brock. This latest little number from RecFish SA has a huge smell about it. More so than the tons of Australian salmon dumped in front of the Ardrossan Township just weeks ago, which a cynic might say actually prompted this little political diversion. I mean, Fishin' SA, SAFA and RecFishCENTRAL have been calling for netting to be banned along with longlining in both gulfs for the past 2 years. The pressure has been mounting on the government. They needed a strategy to fight it, and they've found it with the eager assistance of RecFish SA. After all, they have to earn the government funds that keep them going. What a deplorable organisation in the way it claims to represent recreational fishers in this state. They don't give a toss about you. If they did, they would have been on the front foot in the past 2 years, fighting the illegal changes to the blue crab bag limits, the massive hit to King George whiting limits, the smashing of our snapper stocks in both gulfs, the selling of female blue swimmer crabs in the market, and the over-netting of salmon and mulloway. But they've been dormant until now, until the Chief Controller, Bignell, said jump. They've just simply asked, how high? They've now caught in their own net. Didn't they realise this little scenario would get found out? Here are some comments from social media sites. Why would RecFish SA not be advertising this on their media sites or even doing an email out? Very suspicious of RecFish SA's motives. Hard to believe a change of heart when it is not 100% supported, but put out in a covert manner for others to find and respond, just like RecFish SA. Odd. This may just be a token effort on RecFish SA's part, doing as little as possible to upset PIRSA, yet doing sufficient to say, we tried, but no one responded. And a final quote. I can't understand the way this has come about and how irksome RecFish SA are to many. So we know that if no one signs it, RecFish SA will tell PIRSA and the Chief Controller the ban is not supported. But what if they were to get flooded with signatures calling for the ban? They would have backed themselves into a corner. What do they tell the Chief Controller? He will be most unhappy. But then again, he's going to be most unhappy in March. And as for RecFish SA, they know this is their last election, because how could they possibly exist after March?